Hey, it's Thursday morning, and you might be wondering, how come you're not at work? Well, that's because my internet is down. My power's on, but my internet is down. So I'm here hanging out with little Mr. Snively because I can't work without the internet because I'm a remote employee. So yeah, I'm here. I'm playing a computer game because, you know, what else am I gonna do? But I'm keeping an eye on the internet, and as soon as it goes back up, I'm gonna be back to work. But for right now, I think this guy has the right idea. Hi, it's Friday evening and I'm about to head to a local bookstore because we are doing a reading and signing. So I will be there signing my book, and I'll have a chance to give a little introduction to myself, read a little excerpt from the book. I'm very excited and very nervous about it. There's gonna be 5 total authors there, all from my church. So we have 5 people from my church who've written books, which is really exciting. So one of the authors arranged this. So yeah, I mean, I've done the signings before. You know, I had the ones, you know, at the church, and that was fine. But this one's just, it's different, right? Like it's at a local bookstore. It's not at the church, right? And the reading component, I didn't have to do that before. So yeah, but it's gonna be fine. It's fine. Like, you know, I'm going to enjoy myself. So anyway, I will tell you how it goes. I'll let you know afterward. But yeah, I'm about to leave the house and go there. So wish me luck. Hi, it is Sunday evening. And I am ending an eventful 2 weeks. I had, how many book signings? 4 book signings. Across the past couple of weeks. It really, these past 2 weeks has been some really great highs and one really not so great low, which I'll tell you about in a moment. But let me, the main thing is the good part, which is the book signing. So I had 3 book signings at church, and I'm sharing some pictures. They'll be kind of popping up on the screen or whatever. I'll edit them in. We have our church, we have a Thursday night service and 2 Sunday morning services. So last Thursday, the 3rd, October 3rd, I did a signing after the Thursday night service, and Sunday the 6th, last Sunday, after the 9 a.m. service and after the 11 a.m. service. And I had donated 20 books to the church for them to sell in the store, because all the proceeds of the store at the church go to our Dream Center. Dream Center is a nationwide thing, but it's a charity organization. So our church has a Dream Center that it's not a church, like the church started it, but it's not just a religious charity. It does non-religious things. Helps people in jails, you know, things like that. But anyway, so all the proceeds from the store go to that. So I had donated 20 books. And so that was the 20 we sold Thursday and Sunday, and we sold out. And then I actually sold 4 more that I happened to have in my car. Which is a little sketchy, selling books out the back of my car, but you know, whatever. And they did pre-orders, so 2 people actually pre-ordered books as well, because we had run out. So it went really well. And, you know, they made a lot of money for the Dream Center, and you know, people got their books signed, and it was just really nice, the church supporting me like that, the book. And this week, on Friday, gosh, just a couple of days ago, I had a reading and signing at the bookstore, a bookstore in town that has, I think it just opened in August, so it's a new bookstore, but it's a wonderful, wonderful bookstore. It's called Monkey Cat Bookstore. And yeah, none of our books are actually for sale there, but the lady who owns it was just so gracious and just let us hold the event there. So each of us got, you know, some time to kind of speak to the attendees and kind of read a little excerpt out of our book. And then again, we sold books and signed them, and I sold 7 books at that signing, which is very nice. So it's just been really great, and it's been wonderful that people have enjoyed the book. They're still enjoying it. A lady told me at church this morning, I started reading your book this weekend. I'm loving it. You know, so it's been really great hearing that feedback. So I have my copy right here. I keep it, I keep it kind of near me because it's like, you know, lifelong dream. So amazing that I have this and that people are reading and enjoying it. So that's the good thing that happened in the past 2 weeks. The not so great thing happened today. And that's why I'm actually recording so late in the day. Normally I probably would come home from church and maybe eat lunch and then immediately record and, you know, get going. But I was not in the shape to do that because my oldest friend, the person who I've known the longest, who was a friend, dumped me via text this morning, very unexpectedly. I did not know we had an issue, and you know, it wasn't a mean text by any means. I think that she did her best to soften the blow, you know, said some very nice things about, you said have a good spirit, and, you know, there's things in there that where it was very clear she's not doing this to hurt me, but it did hurt me. Like I said, I did not know there was a problem. So it felt very sudden and just very, what do you mean, you know? I haven't responded because I don't know what to say. Like, what do you say? So, you know, like I said, this 2 weeks I've had some really great stuff that happened, and then today, I've never had anything like this happen before. I mean, obviously you have fights or things that happen with friends that where somebody says something, you know, you have a dust up, and then hopefully you're able to come back together, you know. I don't know. I don't know if this is it. On my end, it's not. Like, as far as I'm concerned, the door is still open, but from her text, I think the door might be closed on her side. So very sad. I cried a lot earlier. I think I'm done crying. I don't feel like crying right now, so I think I've gotten that out of my system, but I'm still very sad about it. So yeah, my oldest friend. There's people I've known longer, but who aren't like like we know each other, but we're not like friends, you know what I mean? we're not like that, you know, just not like this either. It's just sort of, I know you and you know me. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, that hurts too. This is someone from college. I don't look it, but I've been out of college a very long time. So this was someone I thought we would make it through anything. I mean, we've had things before, issues before, and we've come back from it, I thought, stronger afterward. So yeah, complete shock to me when it happened. So, you know what, I'm just, at this point, it's like, you know what, I'm just wishing her the best. And like I said, the door's still open on my end. If she ever needs me or something, I'm here. But it's rough. I hope it's never happened to you. If it has, something like that has happened to you, I feel for you, because it's just awful. It really is. Mom said it's happened to her. I spoke to Mom about it after church. I read the text in church. Normally I wouldn't read a text in church, but I saw the text come from this person, and I knew they were going through a rough time in life. So I said, oh, let me read this text in case they need me, in case, you know. No, she didn't need me at all. So, I mean, it was good, I guess, that I read it in church, because then, like, I'm in church, right? I'm getting fed spiritually. But I was a little bit, as you might imagine, distracted through the whole sermon and everything. Like, you know, I heard the whole sermon. I remember what it's about even now, but my mind was chewing on it the whole time. And then, so after church, you know, I took care of business. I had brought the 2 books that were pre-ordered to the store, handed those off. Like, I'm conducting business and everything. And then Mom and I had driven separately this morning because she was running late. So she said, oh, you know, come to the car, sit with me for a little bit. She had just come back from a trip also, so we hadn't, like, been together in a long time. We hadn't chatted. So we get in the car, and she's telling me a little bit about her trip, and she gave me a souvenir that she got. And I said, so I told her, I said, so, you know, this person dumped me via text this morning. She's, what? Because she knows this person too. So I sent it to her. I sent her the text. She read it. And she comforted me. And that was when she told me it's happened to her before. That people have, you know, inexplicably, unexpectedly done that to her as well. So she comforted me, you know, and that was, I cried with Mom. And then I came home and, you know, I had lunch, cried some more. Texted a couple of other friends, just like told them what happened. And I'll admit it, I was kind of hoping that they would be like, no, you're a good friend. Cause you know, it shook my confidence a bit. Like, what did I do? Like, you know, what did I do? Am I a bad friend? Like, I didn't mean to. I don't know. But they did comfort me. So, you know who you are. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you. Yeah, so I feel better, but I don't feel great. I don't feel weepy anymore, but I don't know. I don't feel great. So I told one of my friends that I was texting with, I said, I'm either going to sleep extremely well or extremely badly. I don't feel like there's going to be an in-between tonight. And I don't know which one it's going to be. Either I'm going to be like wiped out and I'm just going to sleep, or my mind is going to churn. So we'll see which way we go. I don't really know. So, that's it though. I'm not going to do a question of the week. I don't feel like it. This is it. We're done. Once again, it will be 2 weeks before you get another vlog, but I think that's fine, you know. I don't always have, you know, things happening during the week to tell you about. This time I deliberately waited because I knew I had the signing and then another signing. So I'm like, well, if I wait, then I can do book signings, right, as a topic. So that worked out. And then in 2 weeks from now, I will definitely have something to tell you about. Which I'm not going to tell you right now, but something's happening in the next couple weeks that I will be able to give you an update on that I'm looking forward to. So yeah, you'll find out in that vlog in a couple of weeks, but yeah, ups and downs, man, that's life, which is literally the topic of my book. Life has wonderful things and it has not so wonderful things. And the book is about that. It's about how God is with us regardless. That he's with us in the hard times. And he carries us through. And he's with us when things are going awesome. So if you're feeling icky, if things aren't going great, you pray. If things are going great, you praise him. You still pray. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm praying. And praying for my, I guess, ex-friend. Because I wish them the best. I wish her the best. I don't have like negative feelings. I'm just, you know, hurt and sad, but I'm not mad at her. I just want the best for her. So I'm praying for her and pray for myself, you know, just this feeling, you know, the insecurity that it kind of brought back. I think that's part of it. I've had this insecurity, you know, I grew up bullied and didn't have friends and things growing up. And so it's kind of been, it's hard for me with people, and I don't always know. I'm not always confident in my relationships with people. And I think this kind of brought that back a bit again, because I didn't see it coming. So I'll be praying for myself, I think, for that, just for God to help me deal with it. I know he understands, you know, Jesus was betrayed by a friend. Not that I think this is a betrayal, but you know. Anyway, so if you're a praying person, please pray for me. I could use it. I'm not going to tell you my friend's name, but please, you know, pray for her. She's struggling, and it's not all about me. She's got stuff going on, so pray for her. And then, you know, I am also extremely thankful to God for everything happening with the book, and there's some stuff, great stuff happening at work and everything. You know, overall, he's really blessing me. So 2 gardens, man, all at the same time. So I'm going to end it there. Let me pray us out. Lord, I thank you that you're with us all the time, whether we're going through good times or hard times. And even when we're going through them both at the same time, like I kind of am right now, I'm thankful that you're always with us. Thank you for helping us when we're struggling, and thank you that, you know, we can praise you and worship you when things are going great, knowing that you helped us to get there. I pray for my friend, friend, I don't know, but I pray for her. Pray for all of my friends. I pray for anyone listening to this, watching this, where this has happened to them, where they've had a broken relationship. I pray that you would comfort them. Pray for everybody involved in this situation, and just, Lord, that you would move in this situation, move in our lives, that your will would be done. Thank you so much for this week, for everything that's been happening with the book and in general in my life. I look forward to seeing what you're going to do moving forward. And I just thank you for your presence with me. I lift up everyone who's watching this, whatever they're going through, whatever they're struggling with, Lord. I pray that you would guide them, and that they would see a clear path, or hear a clear word, or just know that you're with them, Lord. And all of this I thank you for and pray in the name of your Son, our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. I'll end it as always with Numbers 6:24-26. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. Bye.